Yo, welcome to another episode of the Slide Through Podcast. I am your host with the least, Miggy. First and foremost, I'd like to give a shout out to our partnerships. Starting off first with Definitely Eating. Make sure you tune into definitellyeating.com. Check out all their merchandise, mugs, t-shirts, sweaters, beanies. They just came out with some new merch. He has some fire-ass candles. I love the candles. Also lighters to go with the candles. And also shout out to Monterey Bay Creations. Make sure you go check them out. Follow them on Instagram. Be inspired, as it says on the side of Ricky's sweats. He looks very comfortable.
Be inspired, man. This is my lounging outfit right here.
Ready to lounge.
Ready to lounge. You dream it, we create it.
That's right. Also, big shout out to the Fish House, a restaurant located in Watsonville. If you're ever out there in the area, make sure you stop by and get yourself some amazing food. Also, big shout out to Fit and Fresh.
Fit and Fresh, get your meals right. New Year's is coming. They'll help you get right. Yeah.
What's your progress looking like?
To be honest, I stopped dropping weight. I don't know why. This is my third week that maybe I dropped like half a pound.
You guys hit like a plateau though, eventually.
It
right?
does, but it doesn't because like my stomach, my body fat, I see that is going down, but my weight itself isn't going down. So I gotta wait till the end of the month to do the whole body mass, muscles, fat, all that shit.
I was gonna say you're building muscle as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'm proud to say I'm able to hit 4 plates and the 10 on the side.
Did you grunt very loudly when you were
I
done?
did not. Maybe that would have helped.
No, it helps a lot. I think that's the main point. That's
Burns
the
half
main
a calorie,
recipe.
right?
Burns half a
Burns half
calorie.
a pound.
Wikipedia.
Just don't shit yourself.
Yeah. But my goal is to try to hit those 6 plates, 3 on each side by the end of the year. So we'll see. Which is cool because usually when I slim down, you lose a lot of strength. But this time I'm keeping my strength, which is really dope, you know. But tap into Fit and Fresh 831.
Proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Proud of Eric, man.
So as y'all can see, we have a full room here today. We are
Full
joined
house.
today by some amazing queens and some amazing kings.
Ronnie's a queen too.
Oh, nice.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean,
He's in between. He's in between.
that's the one with the ribbon, rocking the ribbon at the
Queen
party. So we're gonna have a little fun here. We're gonna do like some little male-female debates or whatnot, some like relationship questions or whatnot. Just, you know what I
Happy
mean?
holidays.
Yeah, I mean, starting
Happy
the pot,
holidays, yeah.
and also happy holidays. We're doing a little Friendsgiving here, a little feng shui
Friendsgiving.
going on. So, you know what I mean? We got some nice, cool
he's
food,
going crazy
you know what
on
I
the
mean?
wings in the
Chilling.
back.
It's definitely not traditional.
Not traditional
it is not.
food.
This is
no.
our version of it.
It's all right.
Yeah.
As long as we got full tummies, is all that matters, bro.
Yes, it does.
Exactly.
We still need that plate. What's that place called? I can't even pronounce it.
Oh, the stroganoff.
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 Mm.
You like to stroganoff?
Non-beef stroganoff.
Non-beef.
Which is a new one. Yeah.
They do that too?
It's vegan.
They figured it out. You know?
Shit.
So, do we want to introduce
You guys want to introduce
Yeah.
our
yourselves?
lovely guest today?
Yeah, y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Someone speak
Who
up.
wants to go
left to
Not
right?
all at
Left
once.
to left.
Don't be shy, girls. Now
Speak into the mic.
y'all representing now.
I'm Paula.
There we go.
Into the mic.
Erica.
No.
He said, yeah.
Roll call again. Roll call.
And the kings want to introduce themselves too. Kings,
Uh,
what's your crown looking like?
That's my.
I'm so and so. Here again.
I'm so-
So and
I'm
so.
Super Ricky today. LLC.
Super Ricky.
You super Ricky?
Ricky, you see the S on the chest?
I know.
Okay.
You
Okay.
see.
Mm.
Which is Eric?
I'm Eric, nigga. What's the fuck you
My
mean?
bad.
I'm just Eric.
We're just getting started.
I'm just
Eric.
Eric. Let's get
Oh
started.
man, you don't need to know me.
Yeah.
Miggity, miggity,
You
miggity,
don't need to know me. You don't- What you need to know is I'm about to pop this bottle of Bel Air and hopefully this shit don't fly the fuck
But
off.
what you also need to know is that we ain't got no cups. So how the fuck
No, I
we
got
gonna
some
pour it?
cups.
You got-
Okay,
you
there
got
we
the
go.
cups.
Okay. See, that's what I'm
Come
looking
on.
for.
I got the
No.
cups. I got the cups.
Give him his credit.
Come on,
good.
Yeah. So if y'all want to start with the first topic, first question, while I pop this shit.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and start this little female-male debate.
Don't get scared. Don't get scared.
You thought it was Phil, huh?
I know we're in downtown right now, but it's okay.
Okay,
It's okay.
All right, man. Let's talk about first dates.
Let's go.
Let's talk about first dates. Who should ask who on a first date?
On the first date.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I've been in positions where like, yo, a girl's asked me, and I've been in a position where like I gotta ask too, but I mean like asking you three, do you guys feel like a man should go ahead and be the person to go ahead and be like, hey, let's go out, let's go ahead and do this, let's set up this whole plan?
So for me, I feel like It doesn't matter anymore. If a girl's interested and likes the guy, then go for it. Like, just be straightforward and just ask the guy, like, hey, like, what are you doing, blah, blah. Would you like to go do this? Like, if you have, like, a common interest, like, oh, hey, I saw this movie, blah, blah. Have you seen it? Would you like to go? And there. So that way you put it out there that you're interested in the guy, and then that way he can, it's like an invitation if it's mutual.
What is a date nowadays?
So you're saying that whoever likes the person should take the initiative step?
Yeah, like, if a girl sees that the guy is interested, then go for it. Don't wait for the guy.
How do you feel about those girls that just feel like, no, the guy should ask first, though? You know what I mean? Like,
You might get stuck waiting forever for that first date.
Yeah, because we be
Right?
clueless. We be clueless.
Yeah.
I tell you that.
Like, I've noticed, like, some guys are pretty clueless, and a girl thinks that she's making it obvious that she's interested, but some guys really don't catch on. It's like, really, bro?
But I mean,
like,
what's
I made
making it
pretty clear.
obvious, though?
She,
If I'm still talking to you.
she likes my pictures.
She's still talking to you?
if she's replying,
She's even talking to you.
Nah, she never even spoke to me. She just liked my pictures like once every 4 months.
Laughing at your corny ass jokes.
Yeah, she's laughing at your corny jokes. She likes you.
But what if
She's
I don't think they're
interested.
corny?
Okay, like for me, an example, like a girl could be super flirtatious with me and go ahead and put all the signs out there, and it'll go right over my head. It'll go right over my head, and then it gets to the point where, like, oh, well, why'd I have to go ahead and make the first moves? Like, I really didn't know. So I mean, how is a guy supposed to really know?
I feel like if a female is confident and secure, she'll make the first move. She'll probably bring up, like, let's hang out.
But what are the signs for a guy to know, hey, I'm interested in you? How does a guy know, like, oh, maybe now it's okay for me to make the move because now I can tell that she's interested in me?
You gotta
Like,
give her
what-
the rock look, fool.
I gotta
Well, it
what?
depends.
They give
Like,
her the
is
rock look.
I feel like it was
Do it,
better
make
back
it,
in
do
the
it, make it.
day.
Is this like, are you conversating through text or is it in person?
I think
Or
with
it's on
these type of
IG.
things, let's start with text because I feel like most of these things kind of start over the phone before you guys meet in person.
True.
Damn, you're still
What
on
would I
Tinder?
say?
Talking to the mic.
I don't know what the question was.
Like, how does a guy know that you're interested in him? How does he know to make the
I feel
move?
like, to be honest, it's like you got to be straight up. Like, you got to be like you say that you're feeling them or not. Like, I think there's a lot of beating around the bush, and you either say it or you don't. Like, you either get I feel like a lot of people don't want to say something because they're scared to get rejected.
Rejected,
That's
yeah.
okay. Like, at least you know they're not fucking with you like that. Like, just say straight up.
I lose my
I feel
number.
if someone's interested, they're going to let you know.
Right.
If not, then they're immature and they're just playing games.
I feel like most people are just so scared to get rejected. Like you said.
It's okay, Ron.
And it's like, no, it's like,
It's part of-
I've been rejected
That's
so
something
many
I've learned
times.
through
Te ponga
years. It's part of
rojo.
dating. Something I've learned, and I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. Next.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like most guys like, oh, well, now she's gonna go ahead and talk. She about to go hit me with the subliminals on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like,
She finna
Again,
post
that
like
goes
Summer
into
Walker
immaturity.
songs.
I don't have social media, so, and I don't play dirty. I don't play games.
That's just part of the anxiety, though, I think, is, thinking
How
that
so?
they're going to be talking. Because, most of the time when you think people are talking about you, they're not really talking about you. It's
That's
just
so
something.
true.
And it's true, but it happens to everybody. And so that's part of it, too, is you may think that she's tweeting about you or whatever, but it turns out it's, unfortunately, not even about you.
It's not
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you, fool.
Yeah, that's happened
It's
to
not
If
me.
it's
about
not about you,
I feel like
then-
if a girl is doing that, she's immature. For someone to be talking about people on social media, they're immature. It shows their maturity level.
okay. So
Do you want someone immature?
absolutely
If they're
not. No,
bashing
no.
people on social media,
Yeah,
that says a lot about them.
Indirectly too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we be seeing some of that going down, huh?
Okay, so what?
Some of that.
And clearly she has her own insecurities. It's my personal opinion.
So what's an
Right,
obvious
right.
sign that you guys could give to say, like, I'm feeling you? Could it be like back in the day where you were like, put the hand on the lap, or like you hold his hand?
Where you guys
Like-
kiss.
Or you guys kiss?
So I feel like,
Like nowadays, what do
when a
girls
girl
do?
likes you, she'll be flirting. She'll kind of like touch you, like, oh, like they'll find any little way to kind of like
Make
show
us
some
some
kind of affection
contact.
or like some kind of like touch, like physical touch. And that's kind of like she's interested. That's like the
I mean, it's-
invitation.
I feel like it's
how
kind
did
of
you know your wife was interested?
Because she.
What is it?
So I didn't really do anything, but he,
I ain't do shit. I don't know how the fuck I ended up here.
I
Shit.
kind of just let things
To be
happen
honest,
the
before
way
she
that they
continues,
happen.
I'm a psychology major, so
Wait, what?
Major or minor?
Minor. But she's still under the reverse psychology.
So you're studying psychology,
I-
but she's doing reverse psychology.
I really think
Think
it
about
depends.
it.
Like
Flipping every
because
curse.
a girl can be doing that, but that could be just her her style. Like she might be very friendly where
There's
she
friendly
might do
girls.
that, and then some guys might take it because I've been in. So I went with one of my coworkers to a restaurant, and I was like, this guy, like, he kept coming to our table and he wasn't our waiter. And for me, it was like, if he asked, like, oh, is everything okay? I would say, yeah, everything's okay, but I would not make eye contact. And I would tell her, like, girl, he's trying. She's like, but, like, I want to be nice to him. And I'm like, I know, but you being too nice is why he keeps coming back. I'm like, don't look at him.
Yeah.
Keep it short. Like, no emotion. But even then, he still kept trying. But it was more towards, my coworker. And I
Who
was
wanted
like,
to be nice?
She wanted to be nice. She was like,
But why
I'm
does
not
she
trying
want to be nice?
Because
She
she
still
don't want to
had-
be rude. We're at a
There's no
restaurant.
reason to
like,
be nice.
No, she had hope.
Kindness
Be
or niceness
She had hope.
as a
Yeah.
way
I
of
know she
flirting.
did it.
Let's
Yeah.
take a
And
vote.
I'm
I know
super
she
friendly
did
and
it.
nice, and some people
I
might
know
take it
she
as I'm
did it.
flirting.
I'm like,
Well, no,
unless you
not.
want
That's
that,
the
I'm
personality.
like, but I'm like, no. Like, you see the ring? Okay, that should be enough. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it
See the
depends.
ring. Fuck. See the
Yeah.
ring.
But I don't know. Again, I feel like it depends on everyone because I know that there's some girls that are still, like, I guess old school, where they want the guy to do everything. Oh, sorry. They want the guy to do everything. My bad.
Yeah,
you know,
I can.
and they play hard to get, but I mean it really just depends. I mean, you shoot your shot. That's like if you really want to know, shoot your shot.
Shoot
You get
your shot.
rejected,
Right.
you get rejected.
Yeah,
I
don't
shot
be
my
scared of
shot.
rejection, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Because
I
the
wasn't
only way you
scared.
know is if you get rejected or not, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
And they just did you a favor too.
Okay.
get back to your regular life.
Plus,
So
you
what-
never know about the
Yeah.
rejection. They could just reject it because they're in a shitty mood.
That's so true.
Well,
you know,
Maybe
then-
they haven't ate because they never know what to eat.
Exactly.
They're
exactly.
And they don't have a guy to decide for
always.
them.
Hey, but that's another part about first dates. Where to eat. Where you trying to go.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's
That's
switch it a
what
little
you
bit.
ask.
Shouldn't
You ask the
ask.
girl. I feel like you
Should
should
you?
ask. Yeah, you should ask the
But
girl.
what if they come up with the I don't know, what do you want?
No,
Yeah,
you go,
I'm
guess
down
where
for
I'm
whatever.
taking
Because you want to
and then
know,
they
are you
guess?
vegetarian? Are you vegetarian? Is there certain foods you like or don't like?
Okay.
Okay, so let's switch it a little bit. So whose decision is it to go where on the first date? Like, is it the guys or is it the girls? Like,
Mine. It's
Mine.
my
Yours?
decision, especially if we're eating out. I am so picky on food.
okay.
Okay,
I think
well,
a
that
lot of
makes
people
sense,
are picking
yeah.
on food. so
She
I'm
said
gonna
it's
pick-
mine. She took
Mine.
it.
Mine.
I own this
Oh, you
region
wanna
of
go
doing
In and
things.
out?
First
Nah.
date's mine.
Whenever these
Okay.
decisions come up, that's my
And
realm.
for me, I would want the guy to plan the first date.
What about for you, Miss Cat?
I don't know.
Speaking to the mic, please.
I'm not really picky, so I don't really care.
Is that
I
true,
mean,
Ricky?
ask you got food allergies? No, okay, then anything's open for you. You said you don't got no food allergies. I think that's like the most important thing. You just take them to wherever then.
He just
Ronnie,
took you.
what do you think?
Yeah.
Before we get into me, I wanna go into this.
Oh.
So when you say you decide, right? It's like we're gonna go here. So is it like, all right, we're gonna go here, and you're telling the guy, you're gonna enjoy this place. Trust me, it's gonna be good. Or how do you go about like being so confident about like this is where we're gonna go
Really?
because I want to eat this type shit.
Don't care if you like the place or not.
You're taking me out. We're
I
going
think-
where we want to go.
I think it's personal, mainly because I am one of the most pickiest eaters I know, and I
Okay.
know that there
Eric,
probably
is that
can't
true?
be anyone pickier than me. He's saying, yeah, that's true. So it's me. I'm the one that's gonna pick where we're gonna go first, because I probably will just get pizza. and
You're
cheese
so
pizza.
lucky, Eric.
Yeah, man.
One of the first spots was this Chinese spot right here in Monterey. That's because of
Oh,
the
the
chow
Great
mein.
Wall. Yeah, their tomato beef chow mein.
Just the chow
Gotta
mein.
plug
I'm
it
like,
up.
this,
Yeah,
this,
delicious.
This is it. Okay.
That's great though. At least
I
you
understand.
It's
picked,
easy
bro.
for you
Yeah.
because you don't have to decide where to go.
Oh, yeah.
Saying.
Yeah.
Just to
I
point
I've
it
hate-
never
out.
been there, so I was like,
I
where?
hate deciding where to eat.
So I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
It stresses me out.
It's stress. Why is that? Why is it so hard for girls to decide where
Well,
to
for
eat?
me, like my job, I'm constantly making decisions. All I do is make decisions, scheduling, planning. And so on my day off, the last thing I want to do is think about where I want to go eat. If I'm hanging out somewhere, I don't want to think about where to go eat.
You know what
For-
trips me out? That makes sense though. I agree with you.
We got-
You know what trips me out?
yeah.
Is females to be like, oh, I never know what to eat, but you got a child to feed.
Oh, fuck. We're getting too deep.
I don't have that problem yet.
Okay.
None of
I don't
them.
have
None
that
of them.
Let's skip the question. Let's skip the question. Who should pay for the first date?
I
A
know
guy
mine.
should
I
pay
think
for
the
the first
guy
date, right?
should.
I still always try to pay for the first date. I think we've argued about
I
paying
always
before.
pick the wallet thing, you know. You
But that's a
reach
good
for it.
sign, though. That's
But
a
who
good sign,
reaches
though.
for the check first? That's usually it's not reaching for the wallet. It's like
I'm
who
always
grabs
slow
the check?
for
Okay, let's go.
Bro,
Who
it's
paid
like,
on your first date?
Or just
I think
continue
he
the
did
conversation.
because he
Eric had
really
to.
wanted
Who paid
to.
on your first date?
Well, I guess technically you, but like we,
Technically?
but because well, it depends what you call like eating.
Yes.
Like okay, then I did.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Then I did. But that's because the night
Technically
before
eating.
we had went out and he bought the drinks
Right.
So
and the
I paid
Uber.
for the fun night. She paid for breakfast.
So
So I
what would
paid
you guys
for
consider a
breakfast.
date? Does a date consider of going out for drinks, or does it consider of you having
Has
a
to be
dinner,
both.
or
Like,
like
there gotta
how?
be food.
What's
Or
a
being
Just an
successful
activity,
date?
yeah.
If I'm with
I
you for
think
more than an hour, it's a date.
Okay. Well,
If it's
Y'all on a
outside
date
of your
every
house,
day.
if it's outside of the house, it's a date.
really?
Yeah.
Even if you just
I
go
don't- I
to the
don't
grocery store to
consider-
get some things real quick?
Oh
like,
no, not like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Not
Like
like
something
that.
like an
He's in his
activity.
If it's longer than an hour, yeah.
Activity, or go to get something to eat,
Come
do something
on.
fun. That's a date. If you're just hanging out watching a movie at home, that's not a date.
I think that's a
Okay.
date.
Ronnie.
So then for
Ronnie's
some
day
show.
is go to the
It
liquor
could be a
store,
date in the future, but not like
get
as
some
the first
drinks,
one.
go back to the crib.
Hey, you want to take a walk to the liquor store 5 miles from here?
He's like, I'm on
Hey,
a
trying to go
I'll
give
show
me
you
some
the-
woods.
I'll show you the alley.
let me show you the scenic route.
You just gotta call it a hike, and then you're good.
Yeah, there you go.
Is there a problem with going Dutch?
Dutch.
Is there a
What do you
problem
mean?
with going Dutch? I see no problem
I
in
know when you go
Dutch.
half first.
That's when you go half. Like,
Oh.
she'll pay half.
I
I
never
think,
know.
I think it's
Yeah,
awkward
like,
now.
is there a problem with going
I'd
Dutch?
almost prefer that in a way.
I just feel like that makes
you
it
know.
less awkward for people. So, like she'll pay her half, I pay my half, just so she doesn't feel like, like, oh, you're trying to take over everything, or
As long-
kind of in a way, so
Yeah.
you're kind
Okay
of
with
thirsty.
that.
As long as it doesn't stay that way, because then I feel like the relationship becomes transactional. 'cause
I
then-
was
Right.
just about to say, yo, if she wants to go halfies on the first date, then I'm paying for every day after that. Because
Yeah.
most girls
Forever?
are never gonna go ahead and be like, oh, let me go ahead and pay for it. Go ahead and pay for it. Like usually it's just
I was
like,
like, I'm guilty. I wait. I'm like, nope.
I
See if
mean-
he grabs a check.
yeah. But what about
I
after
expect
that?
him. After that, then I don't mind like taking turns. If we hang out
Yeah,
one day, then I'll
exactly that.
pay. You got me last
we
time,
go?
and the next one, I'm hoping that he would pay. I don't mind
That-
taking turns.
yeah.
But he's got to take that first check.
That first one, yeah.
I hear that.
That once you paid for that first one, it's like, all right, you're in.
If
I don't
he-
mind hanging out with you.
If you waiting for him to reach for that first check and he's not reaching for it, and then you end up reaching for it, is that it?
That's it.
That's a deal breaker.
So
Yeah.
Do you give him a
It's
sign
gotta be
too?
there.
do
Okay,
you
guys.
hug him? Do you
What
hug
if
him?
he gets paid tomorrow?
yeah,
He's waiting. He's waiting for the,
He's
for
on
the
negative
deposit to
six.
drop. You're just being
So
impatient.
hold on, let me wait for
He's
the
like, you don't want another drink?
So the way my account's set up, you know what I mean? Fuck, right?
Better wait till 12 o'clock.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so it's a deal breaker. You don't pay for it the first time?
No.
Done?
It's like, all
I
right,
feel
have fun,
like-
thank you, and I just won't talk to you.
Shit,
Wow.
I feel like if I'm taking you out, if I tell you let's go out, then it's my responsibility to pay for it. If she says let me take you somewhere, then I'm like, I'll still offer. But if she wants to take care of it, then by all means take care of
I
it.
forget who I just talked about this to, but like
up.
depending on who invites who, then I feel like they should pay or offer to pay first at least. You know what I mean? Like if I invite
Yeah.
someone out to breakfast, I'm not gonna expect them to pay. I'm gonna try to pay for them first.
Yeah,
you know?
like I invited you for breakfast.
Who paid?
I tried.
He tried. He
Try to make pay. Oh.
I try to be slick, give him the slip with more water. Stuck to the pitcher. Nah, but yeah, that's my personal opinion. Because that's kind of like what happened to me and my wife's first date. You know, I was like, well, I'm taking you out, so let me pay for this because I'm inviting you out.
And then when I found out how much he paid, I felt bad. I was like, fuck, I gotta pay for breakfast or something. Cause no, yeah, 'cause I don't know because I don't
She's
like
lying,
that. Like,
she's lying,
I've
she's
never
lying.
been comfortable with guys like buying me like things for them to kind of like throw it in my face. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, I pay for this. Well,
Throw it all
well
in the face.
I also pay for this too. Like, you know what? Like for it to be equal. For me, I like when things are like equal that way. Like they're like, okay, you're gonna pay for dinner this time. Okay, well I could tip. I got cash. You know, because I really do like to tip in cash. I think like I just
Yeah.
like that. I think it's better to do that because they don't get taxed on that.
But I feel
But-
like men generally do it just because,
They-
we have that instinct to be the provider.
Yeah.
So that's constantly why we're like, oh, don't worry, like I'll pay for it. I mean, I feel like that's a factor to
Yeah.
it. Like, right? Like you invited your wife, and then you're just like, well, I'm gonna pay because you get this like background feeling of being the provider.
In the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, it's like if I asked you out, then I'm expecting my own self to pay for it, you know, because you're agreeing to go out with me, and I'm taking you out where I want to go.
Yeah.
I guess in a way.
I think it just comes to just being old school, bro. Like even if she would go
yeah.
ahead and ask like, hey, let's go over here, and technically she made the decision, like, let's go out, let's do this. I'll pay, but if you want to go ahead and throw the tip on there, I appreciate that. But I'll still pay for the whole meal, you know what I mean? But I throw a little tip on there.
I think
fine.
it's the way you're raised.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
Got a question for the fellas though.
Ask.
You paid for the first day. You guys keep hooking up. How many more dates do you all keep paying for until you finally? Is there a cutoff limit or?
Well, here's the thing, bro. Like when it comes to me,
If she doesn't offer
if you don't
to-
see
Did
that
she
she's
hold
not
my
even
hand?
trying
Yeah.
in any effort, like you don't even want to pay for a drink, if that, you know what I mean? Then I mean, I guess it is, but it also depends on you. If you don't mind being that person, to go ahead and just pay for it all the
Like,
time. You know what I mean? If you don't mind being that dude, then I mean,
If you
fuck
want to
it.
be someone's wallet, then
But here's
Go
the
ahead,
thing,
yeah.
I need a little bit of effort. Like, yo, I need you to at least try to reach for it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind paying, but if you're like, yo, I enjoy the fact that like a girl will go ahead and snatch your shit real quick. It's like, no, I got it this time. Like, I seen you got the past 3 times.
like
Like,
that
no,
too.
I got it that time.
You hit her
Or
with
like
the,
if
you know.
you're gonna like have dinner and go grab. Oh, let's go get ice cream, whatever. Like I got
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Go for this,
yeah.
whatever. I got this.
Yeah. So yeah, you got this, but like, look, let me add this on top of it. Yeah. So, but I mean, like, no, yeah. Trust me, like, if she's burning a hole in your fucking wallet, bro, especially if you don't got it, but you're just trying to go ahead and provide for her, then
Shit.
I guess it just depends on you if you want to go ahead
Shit,
and
I've
just,
been putting on a poker face. but-
yeah.
I agree with Ronnie.
Yeah.
I'm on the same boat. If you want to be somebody's toy, by all means. If you got it like that, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie. I try to stump for her.
You try to stunt, yeah.
Really?
Well, we went to the mall that one
You
time,
got
You
and
went to that mall.
We went to the mall one time in
You
our lives.
picked all those things.
Come on.
and,
just
Ricky.
One
one
time,
time.
and then what do we get?
Ricky, that was the flea market.
We went into Victoria's Secrets.
I
And
took you to Red Bar.
oh my god.
Okay.
you brought it up. I stopped.
Oh, that was very early on.
That was very, very early on.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It was 2 weeks.
That's early on.
No, you made it seem like it's a couple days. It was
Okay,
2 weeks.
what do you guys think? Is 2 weeks too early
For what?
to take a
For
girl
what?
out and be like, hey, let's go over here, pick what you want. I got it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you do
it
that?
is.
Yeah.
That's too
Yes.
late.
That was your fault.
Okay, but
Well,
No, I'm not
wait.
saying it.
Okay,
it's
but
bad.
wait, but I didn't buy. I
That's
bought
early.
like 2 things, if anything.
2 weeks is a little early.
2 things.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
4
saying.
weeks is okay.
Okay, 4 weeks.
But
A
did
month.
you
And
do
I thought I
that?
was
Like,
gonna
did you?
pay.
I
Like,
did it out of.
I didn't know you were gonna pay though. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
really
did it out of
early.
me.
What?
You think should
Well, I'm not used to that.
should a guy
bag-
buy
backpack?
you like lingerie and type of stuff once you guys are officially together? Is that what you think? Like it should go?
I feel like that's kind of like early, but like I would say once it's official.
I buy my own stuff.
I buy my own stuff.
I don't think
Fucking
Eric.
shit.
Eric has great taste, but not in like things that I like. I feel like, and I feel
Not
like
in the
there's a
things I
few
like.
things I've returned and or given away to my sisters. Sorry, he knows, but you know.
Gifts are
At
always
least he
nice.
tries though. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's 100% the thought that counts whenever he gets me
Yeah.
anything.
Speaking about
Yeah.
trying and
Speaking of
efforts,
trying,
you know.
yeah, the next
Puts
point.
in, you know, you just gotta
puts in
put
the
in some
effort.
effort, you know.
Exactly,
Even if you don't know if
exactly.
they like it, but like, well, let's hope she does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thought that you even, the fact that you even went out there, you tried.
I
you
think it's her
bought it,
size.
Yeah.
But also, there's the not trying and saying that you tried, like getting something that's like way
Half-assed.
fucking off,
Yeah.
and then being like, "Well, I tried." That's a little different.
Exactly.
You got to know who you're buying for and who
Yeah,
you're
I didn't
shopping
even
for.
think
you
about it
can
like
kind of
that.
feel. You can kind of feel when the try
It's,
isn't
the,
really a
it's
try.
the sentiment,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because then your girl's gonna be like, you clearly don't know me. I would not wear this shit.
If it's like really off, you
Like
know.
it was like last minute you went to the gas station trying to look for some shit like that.
you found a beanie.
It's like, baby, I got you this funnel. Like, you know, you like to pour things, right? Like,
you know liquid, right? Yeah.
okay.
All right, so I didn't even know what the question was.
Putting in all effort.
Putting in effort.
That's
I
50-50.
feel like I think we all agree that it should be from both sides effort. You know, it shouldn't just be one-sided.
So
Nice
what do you
and-
guys? What do you girls consider being an effort like from a guy? Like, is he calling
Making
you?
time. Making time for you. Planning stuff.
What if the guy's really bad at planning things? You know what I mean?
Or
Make an effort.
just really
Think
busy.
of something. Like if he really knows you, knows what you really like and like what makes you happy. Super simple. Like my thing is hiking, the beach and hiking. I was just telling us someone, I'm like, Freaking take me to the beach.
He's
Plan a
giving
picnic.
this one
Freaking
some
buy
notes.
fruit. I don't know. Buy something. Take me to the beach, and we'll just chill there and eat.
See, that's great.
That's it.
But then
watch
there's
the
girls that don't
waves.
like outdoors at all. They just
Well,
want
I'm saying it all depends on what your girl
Yo,
likes.
you see the homie hiking
Like
with
my
a whole
happy
watermelon?
place is hiking. That's inexpensive. You just the only thing you're paying for is gas.
Gas
snacks,
is
maybe
expensive.
trail mix.
Take me.
Have you checked- have you checked
Have to do
recently on gas
snacks,
prices?
Whatever. Let's go on a hike.
What do you have?
What you got there? What you got there? What you got there? You brought pasta?
Yeah,
Is that the
that.
pasta?
Oh, yeah, man. You might as well come in here, man. Might as well show.
Shout out to Apollo real quick.
That's a
Show
stroganoff.
off your
That's a
good
stroganoff
looks.
on your
Show off
plate.
your good looks.
That's stroganoff. Hey, show.
Above
You
Apollo.
can see right there.
Nice meeting y'all.
That stroganoff
Thank you,
sounds
sir.
good. That
Oh,
smells
man.
good.
That's hella.
He does smell good.
Carbs, bro. I hope you know that.
Alright, shout out to Slide Through. If you guys ain't following nobody right, bro. But hey, follow the Slide Through before you do anything, bro.
Yes, sir.
If you ain't following the Slide Through, you ain't got your money yet.
Yes, sir.
Looking at
Love that belt.
There, bro.
Alright, where were we?
Alright, no longer.
Effort.
Effort.
Yeah.
50-50 because it's only I have like at a low cutting point where I feel like I'm not getting as much effort. I'm like, I bet like
We're asking what's
being
considered
being
effort.
left on red.
You
and
said
shit.
time.
Yeah.
What do you consider effort?
I feel like it depends on like, okay, so I'm an adult, so I have an adult life now, and so I feel like I have to. For me, it's like things have to be reciprocated. So like if I'm busy and I am busy, and I can't give you my time, it's like just the understanding, like. That's for me, that's what's most important. So I feel like for my partner it's the same thing. Like I have to be understanding when you're busy. Like it's just life. Like we're adults, and for me it's just understanding, because I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're like, you haven't spent time with me like in 2 weeks. Well, that's life. I don't know, like just roll with the punches with that. So
No, Yoda's way. She's busy.
I know.
Both ways.
I'll be getting hella sad and I try to kick it with
fool, you
y'all.
cut off, cuz.
No more.
Cut off.
Chubaks, kick
The
that
rolls
over.
there.
Ya no le den.
Shoebox, I think you met your match.
So, Polly, what is effort for you?
It depends on the context, honestly. Even in a relationship, because sometimes the effort is 50-50, but you got to understand when your partner's down, you got to pick up that other couple.
Yeah, that's
however
true.
many percent it is, even if it's 100, if your partner's really that down, sometimes you got to pick it up, and sometimes it's for a while, you know? But I think effort is just
Being there for each other.
being there. I know it sounds stupid, but like being there, because nowadays there's so many other places to be. So I think really making the time for someone really kind of speak volumes, you know?
Okay. Miggy?
Yeah, pretty much what she said. Yeah, like, I'm kind of I'd be on that.
Yo,
on
Miggy
that same
needs
wave.
time and his studio time.
Yeah, I need my time,
It
studio
needs
time.
time times two.
People booking sessions, and then what I mean, I understand that other people are busy too. They got their life, like, and if I'm interested in the person, I want to learn about what kind of things they got going on, whether they go to the gym on their spare time or they have other activities. They got family, they need their family time, they need their girl time. So I try to be understanding of that as well, and just hope that that same understanding is reciprocated back to me. So that's what I hope for. Yeah. What about you,
What's
Eric?
effort for you, Eric?
Shit, time and understanding. I'm a difficult motherfucker, bro. You can ask her. I'm difficult. I be up and down.
Is he?
I'm tired.
So,
Is that I'm tired?
Tired.
but shit,
I'm
like she said,
The excuse though, I'm tired. In reality, I just don't want to deal with shit.
I'm sleepy.
But like she said, just picking up the slack if like because shit be going on, shit be happening. People be down, people be up. So it just depends.
I think
really.
as long as you're there for each other, that's really
Yeah.
putting in the effort. I know that it's again generic in the good and bad, but
Get
there's
the booth.
some real bad bads. Sometimes you got to be there to pick up your partner, whoever it is.
It's like being a team.
yeah,
Being
it really
a team,
is
your
like being a team.
partners. Yeah.
Yeah, you know when LeBron falls and like 5 motherfuckers run over there to go pick the one motherfucker up. Yeah.
That's
LeBron?
it.
No.
Those are my 5
You are
senses.
LeBron.
Good.
No. No king over here.
You are
Yeah.
a king, Eric. You're a king.
You're my king. Bro.
All right.
No, I think it's just balance and understanding of one each other. You know what I mean? You should know that people are gonna have their bad days. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As long as you know, like, oh no, he's not mad at you, or she's not mad at you. You just need a moment, bro. Just let them get their space, and probably like an hour or two is gonna be fine. But
They gotta make sure that you know that though, that it's not about them.
And that's
Like,
the
hey,
thing.
by the
You have to
way, it's
communicate.
just me right now.
Yeah.
I
I
think
just need my
yeah.
space. That's way different.
So I think
Gotta
same
read
thing
the
with the
room.
effort is like making the effort to get to know the person and being vulnerable and communicating whatever it is that's going on.
Yeah,
If
communicating.
you need your space, if you need time, if you're feeling down, if you need, you need them to be your rock or just to listen, or if you want, advice from them.
Should that be communicated at the beginning of like the dating stage though? I
I
to be
think
like-
I say yes
Yeah?
because
I feel like you should get to know them that
Yeah.
early
no,
on.
I
Wait,
think
should-
everything should be straightforward
Yeah.
because that worked very well for my relationship and
Like-
it's working so well. And like you said, I was gonna say that when it was my turn. I was gonna say communication is key.
Right.
Because if you have an understanding of how the person is or how they're feeling, I fuck up sometimes because I want to throw my 2 cents into everything.
Right.
When I shouldn't.
'Cause you think you're right.
Because no, just because I have an opinion about everything.
Right.
You feel me? But sometimes they explain to me like you just gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
do
but
you?
just yes.
But do you?
Halfway, halfway. But I mean, it's more so like really being straight up with the person. Like, look,
okay,
this is what I
fool.
do.
It's okay.
This is what I'm into. If I'm angry, like I gotta tell people like when I'm focused, I look like I'm mad as fuck. But I'm like, it's not you guys. I'm just focused on whatever the fuck my mind's on, But I would say communication will be the biggest thing.
You said at the beginning, it was like, I think you should get to know somebody first. But what if, like, you get to know him, like, oh, I like this person, and then you realize maybe a couple months down the line, oh, he's kind of bipolar, and I didn't really know that. Kind of wish he expressed that from the beginning, and now you're letting me know kind of late on. Like, don't you feel like he should probably, like, let you know, like, hey, I'm kind of this person, before we really start dating into this, I'm this type of
you're
person. this is the
hoping
way I
that
am.
person be honest and like kind of like if they're connected or in tune or aware of their flaws.
Right.
If they're secure enough, they'll go and tell you like, hey, like, so I have these kind of problems I'm working on. Like I have this and this.
I just want to let you know it's our first paper, but I'm bipolar as fuck.
Yeah, here's the thing. You can't start it off like that. That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Start off bipolar as fuck.
But we all got problems, and we all gotta,
yeah.
Well, the other part of it too is the person may not realize what they have going on.
Yeah.
You know,
It doesn't
and
know if
even
they're
a
aware
couple
of it or
months down
not.
the road, they may be down a totally different journey that they didn't even know that they were going to go down. That they
I didn't
didn't
even
even
think
know that they
about
were
it like
dealing
that.
with.
That's crazy. Okay.
Because sometimes our mind can block us from normal ass shit that we don't know it's going to block us from, and all of a sudden we're like, fuck, I didn't know I had a problem with that, or I didn't know I had
That's
A, B,
something
C,
that
D.
I just went
So
through.
then you're in a
Crazy.
relationship and you're like, well, do I stay with this person or do I work on myself or do I do both? And then that's where some people come to that crossroads.
That's so
And that's just
true.
what I recently experienced, and I
That
was
is
just
true.
explaining to him too. I was dating someone, and everything's like super cool. And like I was telling you, it went super cool and like quick.
Right.
Emotions, everything was like super intense and strong, quick. And then all of a sudden, like little things that were happening, and feelings that I was having, started to trigger other stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't realize, that I still had this to work on. Or I didn't realize like I don't like how this is making me feel, and I'm to this. And that's when I was like, okay, like I have stuff to work on. I'm clearly not ready for a relationship. And that person had the same realization too.
But is it because did you only come to that realization because everything moved so quickly? Like they say, like if you guys were to take it slower, like you think it would have been. You guys, do you
I
think
think
you guys?
because it happened so quickly, then I realized, like this isn't good. This isn't healthy. This is already like a false foundation.
But does something happen so quickly because you want it, or is it just because it's happening naturally?
It just happened naturally.
Okay.
I
But
still
then
think
we
it has
both
to do
realized it was,
with
like, kind of
telling
unhealthy.
everything there is to know about yourself from the
Oh, yeah.
beginning. Like me, I was very open. I said, look, I'm busy. I don't text back like right away.
All the red
Like-
flags.
There would not have been a second
All the
date.
red
I'm
flags.
like,
All the red
"Nah, I'm
flags.
busy. I would have been like, okay, bro.
I'm Ricky. I'm an asshole. I like the Raiders. I like gold.
I'm a Sagittarius, and
Ask her. She's the truth. I told her I'm an. People say I'm an
Yeah.
asshole, but I like to call myself a realist. But I told I don't. I'm just a realist.
I'm just the realist.
I'm just a realist.
I'm
I
just
said
a realist.
I don't beat around the bush. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you shit how
At
it
least feel
is.
straightforward.
And I told her like I'm busy. My
surprises.
life is somewhere where I'm constantly moving places, and I said I'm not a really good texter. Like, if I shoot you a couple texts a day, that's great, but don't expect me to be on the phone all fucking day because I'm always on the go.
Right.
But that's what I said. To me, being straightforward from the get go, I think is the best way to go because then
Oh,
you know
yeah.
like okay, well I don't like how this person is. Well, I don't like this about this person. I need to be texted every single day, every second. But
Which is too much, by the way.
And it's good that you're straightforward because there's some where like they'll put all this effort, a guy is interested, and he's like texting you a lot, and then all of a sudden as time goes by, it's less and less and less, and then the girl's like starts feeling a little insecure. Like, what happened? Like when we first started talking, you showed interest and you did this and this, and now all of a sudden it's like less and less, and then we're like over here like thinking like, is it me? Blah blah blah. Is he, losing interest?
I've experienced
Is it,
that.
right?
All the way around.
You're just like all in your head. It's all complicated.
what is like the someone told me once, if you're not gonna bring me flowers every single day, don't bring flowers on the first date. You know,
I like that.
That's
But
why
the
you wait.
honeymoon phase ends after like 6 to 18 months or something like that, and that's just literally like a fact. You know,
That
there's different
is
types
facts.
of love,
Yeah.
and that's the type of love that tends to fizzle out after that long.
Yeah.
And then there's the deeper type of love, the deeper type of connection that you have with someone, or whatever the relationship is, from friendship. You know, when you first make a friend or whatever, even when you're like in high school and shit's hella great, and then you kind of just talk to them every once in a while. It's the same type of thing, even with relationships, I feel like.
well, I'm surprised we worked out because I've sometimes felt like I was being too honest.
How do you feel?
So I felt like a lot of times he said things that I wanted to say, but I was like, fuck, like maybe I shouldn't say this yet. So like a lot of times he said what I was already thinking. Like for me, what I wanted in a relationship, and I told myself like I need someone who's gonna be understanding of my time because I'm busy. So when I first had met Ricky, I was in school full time. I was working 2 to 3 jobs at most points. So I needed someone to be understanding that like my life right now is school and work and then paying my bills and taking care of me. And you have to be understanding that. If not, then it's not gonna work. Like if I have time and like we can make time and make it work, then that's great. But I also had to like this is what I needed, but I also had to be like, okay, I have to also give this to this person as well. So it worked out because we both needed the same things, but he was vocal about it first, about everything. I was like, fuck, I don't even gotta say it. Like he already said it all, so I didn't really have to say anything. I was like, okay, we're on the same page, without really me having to initiate it, those conversations, because I never had that conversation with anybody. So it was easier for me. Like I was like, okay, I don't gotta say it. So
Wow. Okay. So it just so happened to work out for both of you.
Yeah.
But it just,
And I think I'm gonna call it the Ricky theory because I say.
He said
Hold
I
on,
invented
let me
it.
explain that.
It's just how all men think. It's just
Hey,
how all
be
men
honest, I invented that shit. To be honest, I was the first.
you heard it here first.
You heard it here first. No, look, it's like I explained it to when if you could live your life and I could live my life and we could make it together and somehow we could still make it work and have a life together, then it's gonna be a beautiful relationship. If you can't live your life and I can't live mine, then there's gonna be conflict. Because you're your own person, I'm my own person, and I'm not gonna stop you from whatever dreams you're chasing, just how I'm not expecting you to stop me from whatever dreams I'm chasing. So that's why I said you do your life, I'm gonna do mine, and if we can make it work, then it's gonna work out. The Ricky theory, by the way.
The Ricky theory, by the way. Patented.
Patented.
I want to ask you ladies something. Let's say when it comes to dating somebody, how long do you guys give the guy before you realize, all right, I'm gonna cut this off, and I've given you too many chances.
So like
It's not-
lately, mine's been like a 2-week
2
mark.
weeks.
Yeah. They don't
Wow.
last me 2 weeks. I
2
put 'em off.
weeks?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How long you think?
I don't know if
Ronnie?
I'm being like
I'll let her
too
finish.
harsh, or I don't know
Right.
if my standards are too high, but like I've experienced so much, so I've now learned my worth, and I have self-respect, and so I refuse to settle. I'd rather be with myself and happy than to settle and be unhappy, and like to be like, how do you say, like,
Mediocre?
there's like this term.
Halfway?
Huh?
Mediocre, halfway?
Yeah. Than to be like breadcrumbed, they call it. Yeah.
But 2 weeks though,
Yeah, 2
You
weeks.
said that's a little.
They
feel
don't-
like I'm still
they
kind of
don't
proving
like-
myself,
I was like,
especially on the.
Hey, we need 90 days of
I
job.
know, we need
told
90
them
days.
too. I
We
was
need
like,
90-day
hey, just so
probation.
You know, like, if I experience blah, 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 I'm like very intuitive. You know, like I can tell when a guy is like BSing, when they're like serious or not. I'm really good at catching on red flags. They don't last me 2 weeks. I'm just letting you know.
But is it that
We'll
you're
see
good
if you
at
make the
finding
cut.
red flags because you're searching for them?
No.
Ooh, maybe are
Or
you
is it
looking
more-
for these red flags?
Like
I'm
you're-
not. No, just
like-
like I've experienced it so much. It's kind of like, oh, this is familiar.
But this is familiar. This is what you're looking for, though. But you're not seeing the other side of the red flags. Or not, let's
other
not say
side
red
of-
flags, but
Is the other side of the
other
red flag
person.
Red
red?
on the other
Is
side
it
too.
white? I'm hoping the other side is
Is it
white.
still gonna be
You're not
red or
seeing
is
the
it
other
different
side of the
color?
person because
See Ronnie's shoes? There's red, right? The other side? It's red too, no?
Hey, the other side of my sweats, bro.
2 red flags.
not what I meant. Not what I meant. I mean, you're not seeing the other positive things that person might have because you're so focused on figuring out what's wrong
What's
with
negative? Yeah.
And that's where I've been at lately.
No, it's just more like their actions. It's like, do their actions align with their words? Because guys can talk all they want, but do their actions align with their words? And that's been my issue. They don't align with their words. They say all the stuff, but then they don't come through.
They could big game on the bed,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they can't unfasten a bra. You know?
Nigga, what a pinky, cuz.
Girls wear bras nowadays still?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm joking, bro.
No,
Yeah.
I get it.
Like,
Oh, here's the thing, because my limit goes to like maybe like 6 months. Like you said, like within like, I feel like within 6 months you realize either this is not the person you're gonna want to be with, or fuck it, I am gonna be with this person. But I feel like within
Shouldn't be
either
a fuck it though.
either 6 months or before that, like some shit's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever happens, you know, it's either gonna be on my part or it's gonna be on her part. But like some shit's gonna happen to the point where like I realize it's not gonna be it. But,
Like an eye
but 2
opener.
weeks is a little too.
I think 2 weeks is a little
Also,
too
you
fast.
probably been through a lot of different shit that I have. Like,
Heck yeah. A lot of shady guys. They lie and lie and lie.
well, what about the shady girls?
They lie.
There's a lot of
They
shady
lie.
girls.
one of them.
There's a lot of shady girls. You know what I mean? I still give them more than 2 weeks.
Has anybody of the guys that lasted 2 weeks pointed out your flaws?
Have they what?
Ooh.
Have they pointed out your flaws?
Your red flag.
No.
Your red flags?
But I'm open to it.
So
If they
do you
wanna
know
point
if you
them
have
out,
red
I'm open to
flags? Do you know if you have red flags?
Do I have any?
Hey, throw in the mic.
Give him the mic.
Give him the mic.
We've like had like this really good friendship.
Are they okay?
The heck?
She's crying that y'all broke up.
She got dumped.
That don't sound right.
That's just someone on shrooms. Like, there's a lot of
Nah.
That happens a lot here, so you know.
people doing
Quiet.
drugs.
It's another
I mean,
Tuesday.
It's another Tuesday.
They
They
realize
couldn't handle the.
they realize that the Subway tuna has pork and everything else in it. So I mean, they're just freaking out.
Oh dang.
You
Well, I
can't-
hope
you can't
that
really see
person's
them here.
okay. Hope they're okay.
They look worried.
It's fine. Whatever. I mean,
Well, I mean, if you hear someone screaming like that right down the street, you're
but
gonna be
you
worried.
go to a major city, that's a regular thing, bro. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
to see
Vegas.
something, say something. You know, there was. I don't want to bring up serial killers. There's a serial killer case, and this woman got
bystander.
murdered in like broad day. Like everyone was looking and shit like that, and everyone assumed that someone else called the cops. No one called the cops. This woman got murdered for like 20 minutes out in the middle of the street, and everyone was just watching.
It's called
'cause they were
standby.
like,
That was recent.
Bystander.
effect.
That
Bystander.
yeah, the bystander effect. There we go. Yeah.
I'm a psychologist.
Tripping out a little bit.
I am too.
Yeah.
Is that
Same.
what the S on your chest
It's
stands for?
the hot
Psychologist?
degree.
Psychologist.
Hey, Ricky, go ahead. Fool, fly down there.
Super Ricky, where are you? My lady's right here. That's all that matters.
Everyone's just waiting for him. Man, this will be a perfect time for Super Ricky. Everyone's just looking. Everyone's just looking around. Oh man, only if Super Ricky would come down here and save the day.
All right, so let's push forward.
Let's push forward. I want to ask the guys this.
You want to ask
Yeah,
the guys?
well, like he knows me well. I'm open to constructive criticism. Go ahead.
But I mean, like you said, that was back junior
Yeah, that
college
was a long
or
time ago.
junior
Community
college?
different
But
person
then,
now.
like, we're really good friends. Like,
But I mean, that's different. Friends and lovers is
but he knows
different.
me really
Love
good.
is
I have
different.
So you're saying you haven't changed
Let me
since?
find out.
I
Let me
have.
find out that song was playing somewhere.
In
He
the
knows
booth.
me well. It's so funny how like we went from like dating to like I don't know how to,
Dating?
how would you describe our friendship?
To secret
and then I've
dating?
even like gone to him, you know, like vented him about guys, and, like
Don't
my
be red,
breakups or
girl.
whatever.
Those
and,
are
like
scary
cried to him.
questions.
He's always been like my support. I've been mean to him, like freaking treating him like a boyfriend. And I'm like, you know, blah blah blah, and then right.
I think the
I
only way to
expect too
describe
much.
it is it's like this.
Yeah.
I think it's the only way
We
to
can
describe
joke, but we go
it.
for like a long time without talking, and then like just, hey, how's it going? How you been? And we just
It just
reconnect
kinda
and pick up.
clicks back, yeah.
yeah. And I'm always gonna have love for him.
It's just those type of relationships.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't really describe it, but you know, like
Yeah.
It's a
If
deep
I-
connection. Deep
if
connection.
I could call him, she's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. It's always
Alright.
been there for me, even after I've been
That's
mean
a
to
question.
him.
Friends with exes.
Friends with exes.
With cool exes.
Not yet. He
I
had a
don't
question
know.
for the guys first.
Oh, no, I actually
Damn, they trying to jump there.
I
Fuck.
want to get into that.
Huh?
Friends with exes. I
Friends
mean,
with exes.
Fuck no.
your boyfriend or
Hold on.
girlfriend with
Yeah.
the ex. You know
Since
what I
she
mean?
was already basically talking about it, did you ever have problems with a boyfriend because you were talking to an ex like Esteban?
Well, I'm not the best.
I mean, he is handsome,
friend.
so
I'm
I
not the
can
best
see
friend.
that.
So, like, I'm the type of
Smile,
person.
smile.
I'm the type of person I kind of feel bad because like we have such a good friendship. I know he's always there for me if I ever need him, but like whenever I'm in a relationship,
You'll cut 'em off?
I tend to like, I don't talk to anyone just like out of respect. And
With
so,
a queen.
Out of
and
res-
he's always been
It's
very
not personal.
understanding.
out of respect for the new dude, but disrespecting the one that's always been there for you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying like he's
That's
always been there for
cold.
me.
That's
Like,
actually
I know that's
cold.
not nice of me, and that's pretty mean. But
That's cold.
and that's why I always tell him like I appreciate you. Like you're so good to me. Thank you for everything. Thank you for like always being there for me and take me back when I've been mean.
Like the brother never had.
What about y'all?
I feel like it depends on like the extent of like that like ex, and like I guess how in contact you keep, like how much contact do you have with that ex?
Like
were
if
you
y'all talking
intimate with
every
that ex?
day, like
Yeah. Like, did you
Well, obviously
mention this
they're intimate
person
with the
to
ex,
me?
like-
Like, do I, like, have you said, oh, by the way, like, so-and-so, I mentioned to her, or, like, you might see her, like, you know, like, just being honest about that, I feel like is, one, the honesty about it. Like, do you still, like, what was the context of your guys' relationship? Like, how serious was it? Like, 'cause if it was, like, ever serious, if you guys ever, like, had sex, then no, like, no.
But what if
For
it's
real?
Yeah.
But that's if they're exes, you gotta assume that the fact that they slept with each
No.
other, right?
No.
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 There have been guys I dated I haven't slept with.
No. No, not to, just no.
Wow.
No.
You know?
I just assume like you dating somebody like that's just.
It's not.
That's
Not
just for you.
everybody.
That's just so
The
normal
last
for
ones
you,
that I
Ronnie.
dated, I didn't sleep
That's
with
just
them.
normal for you, Ronnie.
Remember I was telling you earlier, that's something I've learned too. That's when we go into how soon is too soon.
Ronnie's learning.
Okay. No, yeah, they're right. They're right.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to express your opinion on being friends with exes?
How would you feel if Eric was still friends with his ex?
What ex?
Well, Eric got no exes, you know what I mean?
I
Because he
know,
only
for
has
real.
his future
But-
wife. That's all that matters. But
And his fur babies.
It's for babies.
I think it honestly depends on. It always depends on the situation. But like before Eric, I was dating this dude who was still best friends with his ex, who they dated for like years or whatever. And at first I was like, okay, cool. Then there were the phone calls for 2 hours at 2 a.m. and I was like,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, no.
okay,
Then
cool.
it's different.
Well, they were gamers, so I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't get that, but like, I get that you game at night, whatever. I went along. Yeah, I felt really stupid, but like, I went along with it. And at that point, I was getting fucked over. But like, I think there's a point where people can be friends with their exes. I know that there are a lot of guys that like I'd still be friends with, and I have absolutely zero feelings for, and I could still be friends with. But if it makes my partner uncomfortable, or if it were to make him uncomfortable, then that's a conversation for us to have. You know what I mean? And vice versa, I hope.
Yeah, and plus you gotta. There's those limits, you know. Like, like you go ahead and talk to this friend from high school who you dated, but ended up still being friends. Like, she has those, and so she recently talked to one that vented out to her over his life or whatever. You know,
And I
I'm
think
not gonna
that
get into that.
I think
but
personally we're so far in our relationship, and also so far out of high school that like it's kind of like
yeah.
if you get jealous about this, then we need to have like a whole other conversation
Definitely.
about how we feel about our insecurities.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like I said, just those boundaries. If it was like she said, 2 a.m. phone call for 2 hours, like okay,
That's
that's
different.
what are
you know
y'all
what
talking
I
to?
mean?
I'm right here snoring my ass off.
I feel you. I'm with that. Like, if it's one of those things like, oh, you guys run into each other at the store, you guys, oh, hey, how you been? Type of shit is cool. But if she's asking you, oh, what you had? Did you eat breakfast this morning? Type of shit, then it's like a little.
Yeah.
So
If she
that's
sends like
what it
a
is for
morning
you?
text,
Yeah.
Or always messaging each other on social media.
she's always on her phone in front of you.
What if they just send a bunch of IG videos back and
That's
forth?
different. I better watch some of those then if
Okay.
they're that funny.
But it's just strictly
What we
videos.
laughing at?
What we laughing at, honey? Huh?
What we laughing? Who's calling us?
It was like, hey, my girl thought that was funny.
I won't lie. I made that joke a few times when you get like the group chat message hella late at night. I'm like, so who's texting us right now? Who's that right now?
There's
Chat.
this meme. This dude sent a picture of he was at work, I guess, and he like sent a picture of him getting like a female's lotion. Like she had her put it up, and he had his hand out, and she was like, "Why are you sending me this? Just in case I get back to the house and I smell like a female. I got lotion from my coworker, and this is proof." She was like, "Smart."
It didn't really be like that.
The
though.
measures we gotta go to, huh?
Well, also, I'm just curious as hell. I want to be like, where?
I mean, the
where'd you
group
get that
chat,
from?
just to let you guys know, is not something you always want to see because there's some stuff that you guys don't
Guy
want to
talk.
see.
But the,
Yeah.
They like that
But
video.
the girl group chat, you don't want to see either, bro.
I don't want to
You
see
guys
it.
probably got
feelings
some-
Girls don't talk
Your
like
feelings
that
are
in
gonna be
group
hurt.
chat.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it.
No.
I don't have friends.
I also
I
don't
don't
have
do group chats either. I have very,
friends,
very
so-
little
They don't apply
selective
to
few
me.
I have like
friends.
2. I think I have 2 girlfriends.
It's like that.
Hey, look what we did. We made some best friends right here.
For real?
We just made a group of best friends here.
That's
what it is.
Let them
I
for
don't have any
Voltron, bro. They're gonna compete against you now, bro.
Hey, they're gonna start a podcast and just
We're
destroy
gonna
us.
start our own group chat.
Hey,
We talked about
hey,
this.
31
They're
cheetah
wrong.
girls.
All right, let's move forward. So, friends with exes? No.
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 Like I said,
Probably not.
It
not my
depends.
favorite.
Again, it
not my
depends.
favorite.
It depends on me.
I think it depends. Yeah. That's it.
It depends on me.
I know myself. I know I can't handle
Not
it.
a favorite.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I think I'd still be friends with Eric if we were to ever break up, though, and I don't think I'd change that. I think
There
just
you
'cause it's
go.
been so long.
There you go.
I've never been with someone this long. 4 years is a really
Oh, damn.
fucking long time.
Congratulations.
My longest relationship, 11 months.
I mean, that's what happens when you
So
meet
4 years is like
when you meet a
fucking marathon.
quality male. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at him.
A1.
Look at him.
Look at
That's why I don't
him,
believe in
man.
horoscopes.
Oh my
Top
God.
shelf.
Fucking choke you
I
out.
know, right here, like Scorpios and Geminis can't get along. Like I get along with Geminis my whole life.
Fuck horse.
I've been with this fool my
And
whole
I
life.
was-
My
I'm
brother's a
guilty.
Once I
Gemini.
knew that
Don't let
Ronnie
him
was
push
a
you out the
Gemini and
window.
Hector was a Gemini, I knew I was in. I was all right.
Don't let him push you out the window, though.
Let's get into a horoscope then. Like, do you guys believe in horoscopes? Do you guys believe
I
like
do.
for real?
I want to say no, but then I always end up saying yes, or I end up believing it in my head. It's like a dissonance
Just
thing.
'cause shit
It's
makes
so
sense.
agreeable, though.
It makes
That's
sense,
the
but I don't
thing.
want to admit that it does.
What's
Traits
that
and
thing that's going
qualities
around
for Cancer, like, I feel like
Instagram right now?
Urban Dictionary.
The Urban
names?
Dictionary name shit.
Oh my
Well,
gosh,
my
I
name is
have
True, though.
mine.
I'm so
Mine-
pissed.
Oh,
Mine's
yours
on
is true,
point.
though?
It's true.
Mine-
I read
mine is
mine.
true.
I
Why
was,
did
like,
you go
years
with
ago,
Ronnie or
and it
your
was
full
true.
government?
I just.
Remember
Why?
Asta?
No, hold on. Why is every female's name all of a sudden the best thing they could ever say about y'all? Like,
Because they.
because every so
Because that's what
the-
mine says. Like, Erica,
Yeah.
you are
A
the best
beautiful
person.
woman.
No one can, be better than you. And it, once you are in a
yeah.
guy's life, you've left an
My wife
impression.
That boosts-
Step
that
by
boosts
step.
your
Yeah.
confidence, though, right? That boost that gave you. You
Yeah,
said,
but they also
oh.
said that about Tiffany,
Yeah, the little pep
and they also
talk.
said that about
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
They said that about every need. They said that about every need, bro. But here's the thing. Let me tell you this. When I was in high school, I was in credit recovery. I was not doing my work. All I was doing was
Nobody
an Urban
was.
Dictionary and looking at everybody's name in class. And you know what everybody's name said in class? Not even males, but females included. So-and-so's a whore. So-and-so's a slut. So-and-so fuck so-and-so.
They used to be bad things.
I even looked my
Really?
name up, and Ronnie was a female slut. And whatever.
Yo, that was- and that's accurate.
Whatever. I agree. You know what I mean? But,
Click like.
but all of a sudden, it's like, oh, the most amazing girl. If you ever find a so-and-so, you better keep her in your life.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's like, who's writing all of these? These have just been written in the past month.
Exactly.
It has
That's
to do
what I'm
with the
saying. These
cancel
are things that are
culture.
typed.
Everything got edited because of the cancel culture.
That, like, bro, yeah, like, you know.
Britney Spears.
You can't
Britney
be
Spears is
mean
writing all
right
these
now. You
shits,
can't-
bro.
Yeah,
Can't be mean right now.
can't be mean no more.
Big salute to Britney Spears. She's finally free. Salute to
finally
her.
free.
Cheers.
Thank God.
You know.
All right,
to
so
her.
pick one, Ronnie, because we got 10 minutes.
I want to know how you all would feel if the female is the breadwinner in the relationship.
Shit,
I want
You
to
would-
speak on this first only because this is a huge topic to me. I am focusing my academic career on taking care of Eric when we're older. I told
AKA
him.
big bags. AKA big bags.
Hey! And I love that.
AKA big
to Eric.
luggages.
Because Eric
Because if
does,
you're taking care of Eric, Eric's gonna take care of me. So I'm with that.
Eric's taking care of me technically
Ronnie's gonna
right
be the
now
cousin that lives upstairs.
while I'm in school. I
Right.
plan on getting my PhD. Hopefully, when I get my doctorate, I told him I was like, hopefully you can just take a year off and do whatever you want to do, and I'll be working full time and I'll
Jiu-jitsu
pay
and grown
the.
weed.
And if that's what he wants to
Joe
do for the
Rogan.
year, then that's what he gets
Eric
to do.
Rogan.
But
Eric Rowe.
I think it depends on your relationship, but I would love to be the quote unquote breadwinner.
But of course, I'm not gonna
if
be
not
lazy.
equal.
And, you know, in love.
You
If
should. You
if
deserve it, King.
We fuck around and get a property, which is like getting like a piece of land is our thing. Like
Yeah, you
obviously,
can't
I'm
be a
gonna go
Kevin
ahead
Federline,
and
you know what I mean?
here you go. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and put in work in whatever land that we're gonna.
Yeah, we
need,
want to
yeah.
have land and like a little farm and stuff like
Yeah.
that eventually. So he'll work there, but in terms of like a job, I hope that I have the main job. I think.
Fucking excited.
Lucky ass.
Lucky
nigga, bro.
ass. I'm still waiting to my wife to retire me. To be honest,
I know. I've been telling
it's a
him
deal
that.
we
'cause
got.
the same. He's been so good to me. I'm like, he's been so supportive, like with a lot of my things and my dreams. I'm like, man, and like I don't make a lot of money, but I make more money than I did before when he first met me. And I'm like, man, I can't wait till like I could take
I'm
care of him
building
and
her
really
to
get
be
him
a
what he
strong,
wants 'cause he
independent
deserves.
woman.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
If
in that
she was to
Brazilian
get rid
butt
of
lift, huh?
A butler?
They get a Brazilian butler though, bro.
You gonna send Ricky to
You
DR?
go by him. You say, "What kind of fillers do you want?"
No, okay, so
I got
he like
you.
expensive stuff. It just happens to be expensive. I'm like, fuck, I don't make that kind of money. Like, he spent some money on me. I'm like, I can't do that for you yet, but one day.
See, let me find it at
I
Marshall's.
bought her a name brand fucking what do you call that shit? Rope. She didn't even fucking wear it. It's in the fucking
Because
closet
it's
in the box.
expensive. I'm like, well, how
Bugs
am I
are
supposed
probably
to wash
eating it.
this? Like,
She gets one stain on it. It's
Special
done.
occasions, bro. Like fucking.
It don't matter. Just
I know.
wear it. It's clothes.
Get all the
Because I know
get all the
it's
lubricant on
expensive.
it.
I'm
Fuck
like,
it.
Yeah.
She walks out the apartment with a Versace robe on.
why are you living here?
Goes downstairs.
What's all that sticky shit coming behind it? It's like a slug.
See why you living? It's funny because it is a Versace robe.
I know you.
Shit, I wouldn't
Big
mind.
baller, huh?
Kick my feet up.
You wouldn't mind if the woman was the breadwinner in the relationship at all?
Yeah.
Eric,
I know you.
I'll be still doing my thing.
But he tried to give me the pink one. That's the thing. I'm like,
And
I
I
don't
know
like
it's the
not
other
trying to get
thing.
you pink.
But I don't
That's
like
the same
pink.
thing. I was
Maybe
trying
he
to do,
likes
but
pink.
she's
Maybe
not-
he likes-
She's not really.
I don't
into
like
it.
pink.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I
You
ain't
bought
gonna lie, I
me
got
those
this
blue
close to getting the
sparkly
matching
shoes,
set, but I was
never
like,
wore
I know
'em.
you're giving to your sister.
Yeah, you gotta give me
She
some
loved
black
them.
stuff.
All right. I want to
So-
know what's deal breakers for y'all. When y'all dating somebody,
Dang, that's funny.
what something's gonna be like? Oh no, I can't do it.
A guy
I
If they're
Too
mean
into
to their
himself.
family,
To what?
Too into himself.
kind of wanted to answer first, but okay, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead, Ronnie. Go
Go
ahead.
for it, Ronnie.
You're the third one.
What's yours?
Paula said what? Too mean to the families?
If they're mean to their family.
Oh, to their own family. Okay.
It's just Hector.
It's just
That's
one.
Treat
different, that's
him
different.
nice.
All right,
And
go ahead,
you
Ronnie.
said who?
Go
You
ahead.
said what?
When they're like too into themselves, selfish and just like all cocky.
okay.
and
I mean, I'm into myself, but I'm not selfish.
I don't like guys to post
How too
selfies.
into yourself is too much though. Like, I mean, obviously you should want somebody that's confident in
Self-love.
himself, right? Like,
Austin
no, there's a
Theory.
difference like
Austin
between
Theory
like
into
confidence
himself.
and like just egotistical, like
oh, okay,
like
it's all about
narcissistic
me.
ego.
Type of
Yeah,
thing, okay.
it's like they brag about stuff. It's like just be
Ah,
humble,
okay,
carry
okay,
yourself
okay.
confidently, but be humble.
Go, Ronnie.
Mine's gonna be very petty.
It's okay.
You're a Gemini.
not
When I
why-
can spell better than they can. I can't.
Okay, if that
Do
were
you
a
do
deal
that during
breaker,
text when you're
we
texting?
would
I
be
have a habit of
hooking
like,
up
oh,
like
you can't
week
even
one.
spell.
We would not be
Yeah.
together. No
I can't
more.
do
You like
it.
just want to correct it.
Yeah, and I'm not even one for autocorrecting. Like, I get it. Like, yo, it's texting. You can't be like too fucking grammatical with it.
You
but-
don't correct them right away?
No, I don't. But when it comes to
Day
certain
one, I
things,
corrected
like,
him.
there's certain words that you're just not
I'm like,
supposed to
it's
misspell.
there, not there.
Yeah, the there, and the
Oh, yeah.
Correct him right
where, the where, and where, like that.
I'll correct him right away and then keep on with the conversation like I didn't correct him. So that way they
Yeah.
can read it and be like, oh.
No, but then they
Yeah.
just ignore it. Like, no.
No, it's trust me.
They'll
it's,
learn.
it's not ignored. Trust me.
They'll
yeah.
learn. Or
It's
they'll
not
get
ignored.
irritated
It's like,
about
oh,
it and then
If I
they'll learn.
misspell it, I'll
But
go back and correct it and with a star.
Same here. And
So
I'll blame it on
spelling is
Siri.
for you.
Yeah, dude, and it's. I feel like it's very petty, but in reality, I don't.
Hey, and they fuck around and spell his name with a Y.
Everyone has
Look at that.
He said, no. He said, I
That
didn't know
sounds
that
on my
was possible.
phone, nigga. That sounds on my phone.
Roni?
Ricky, go ahead.
Roni?
Mine.
Ronai.
My deal breaker is if they stab the steak with their fork.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Why
Not,
are you shooting
not even
shots, bro?
not even chewing with their mouth open, but stabbing the steak with the fork. Really?
No, because I'm still with her.
I'm still with him.
He's
But-
just shooting. He's just.
I'm just talking shit.
Okay.
Deal breaker. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Pass it
What's
to Eric.
all right? All right.
I think what she said, just being to themselves, just
Too cocky.
Oh,
too-
I got one.
Flashy.
Yeah, annoying.
I
like-
remember what it is.
Oh, they talk about themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the most beautiful girl in WWE. Best
Ooh,
believe it.
That's it.
Best believe it.
Look at Eric's
It's a
triggered.
Carmela. A Carmela is a complete deal
I know,
breaker.
but she's
So it's
not.
Carmela.
That's
if
why.
that
She's
was like
not-
a real person, that would be a deal breaker.
Okay.
Alright, Ricky, what's yours?
My deal breaker is if they're, excuse the word, ladies, if they're stupid.
Elaborate on
Yeah.
stupidity.
If Ricky could spell better than them,
You got some
Yeah.
steam.
If I can spell better than you,
yeah.
but it's more so like.
But
like
here's the thing, Ricky's smart as fuck. Like,
But,
this,
no, but yeah, here's the thing. This motherfucker graduated college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga graduated college,
Oh my God.
And he still he still has trouble.
Yeah.
and I can't spell.
Man,
But
Imagine if I could spell.
But he got his shit going.
that's what I'm saying.
You know.
All right,
So what is stupidity to him? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah,
how can I
like-
explain it? Like being like an airhead,
Okay.
not being able to figure out things like simple things on your own, or not being able to be like, oh, how am I supposed to put the shit together? Well,
They call
there's-
it dove a
There's
pigeon.
YouTube.
Like not even trying
Yeah,
to solve
like just
something or
being
figure
like,
out.
all right, I can't figure this shit out.
Like let's say
Not using common sense or critical thinking. I
like
guess.
Shorty's trying to cook pasta and she calls you like, how do you turn the stove on? Like,
How do what do I put in the water? Like I don't know,
Yeah.
type shit.
like yo,
And
there's YouTube.
that's what I
it,
said.
you know
So
YouTube
that's what
has
I call
everything.
being, I guess,
YouTube Academy.
stupid. I guess that's the best word. I don't know.
Okay. Just no common sense, pretty much, because
Pretty
common sense
much.
is not that common, bro.
But then again, I've learned that my common sense is not the same as your common sense.
Right,
Which
but
is not
they're-
the same as Eric's common
exactly,
sense.
exactly.
We're pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah.
We got separated at birth for somehow, somewhere. He ended up in Mexico. I ended up here.
In El Salvador.
Yeah.
But to me, that's it. I guess it's Miggy.
Me,
What's the deal breaker for you?
I guess it just depends on how they are, like their open-mindedness. You
We
know.
call him during his verse.
Oh, I told you I was recording in the
Automatic
studio.
block, no. I guess it just depends, you know, if they're like willing to like be open-minded about things, like about certain things that you're into, and of course, like, you know, you want to be open-minded about things that they're into, you know, because at first, when I first started dating, I don't know shit about makeup. But then you start dating like
Why
some
would you?
girls, like to the point where like now you're starting to learn about certain brands and what certain things do, because now you're trying to learn about things that they like, or
I only know Mac
Nah.
and
you know what I'm
Sephora.
saying, like
not me, not I, bro.
No, actually, I got a little help because of my brother, because he's all into that shit. I'm not, you know, he's just, hey, he makes good ass money. So fuck
No, but
it.
like after a while, you
Makes
start to
hella money.
learn. You start to learn like their routines or like certain things. You know, like I know what primer is now. I know what concealer is now. You know, I know what it's used for. So it's like certain things like that, like that they gotta be willing to like learn about you and learn about the things that you're into. Like they don't have to be an expert like you
They gotta
are.
know what a 16 is.
They gotta know what a 16. I mean, I'll teach them. I'll teach
teach
them.
'em,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But they just gotta be
Do they
willing
know
to be
what reverb is?
open-minded.
Do they know all that
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
I love when people learn about what I love.
Yeah, right.
Such a
And
good-
like I like learning about what other people
shows
are
that you're
into.
interested.
Yeah,
Exactly.
shows interest.
So
Back to the effort.
open-minded.
Yeah, the effort.
Yeah,
and the
I guess it's
interest,
just back
yeah.
into the effort. You know what I mean? I guess
Effort.
you give a person like a certain amount of time.
If you really like the
Yeah.
person, you want to get to know them
Yeah,
on
exactly.
all levels.
Yeah, exactly. So, and if they're not on that same wavelength, or you feel like they're like, so I guess that's the deal breaker. Another one is like when they keep posting things, but they're not replying. That kind of gives off like
Ooh,
an
he
awkward
needs that text
vibe.
back.
Well, at that
Oh,
point, you know
had
they're
time to
automatic.
post,
that
but
text
you're not
back.
replying.
You're not replying
Yeah.
to me.
But
I'm
if
like,
they're on their
okay.
phone, then they saw your text.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, and don't be lying saying that you. Oh,
No, I didn't see your. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your text. I'm so sorry.
He starts swinging at the wall.
cut,
Hitting
cut. Not playing. Like the Hennessy guy. Cut. But
Do we
yeah,
go through all of
June.
them?
Oh,
I
anything
mean-
else? June gave us the sign.
I mean, I kind of want to ask one last question, but
I
Or,
know.
are you gonna give us OT? You gonna give us
How
OT,
long
June?
is too long to wait?
Come on,
Every-
coach.
I want
Coach, can we have the
Everybody
time,
beg
coach?
June.
Hurry, really quick.
He said, yeah. Go ahead, Ronnie.
How long is too long?
how long?
Too long.
Wait, what you mean
To
by
wait
that?
for sex.
Which one do you want to ask? Ronnie?
Oh, like after a breakup? Or
No.
How many days?
Wait, let him ask. Let him ask. Go ahead.
How many days does it take for you to expect her to go ahead and give it up?
First date.
First date.
Whoa.
Really?
I would
I
go.
tried.
I would go 4 dates. 4 dates.
4 dates?
Yes.
Like
Four dates?
official dates or like iffy dates?
4 official dates, like whether that be taking her out to eat, whether it be going on a hike, whether that be on a walk on the beach, like whether it be hanging out for more than an hour. 4 official dates, and let's say
So
maybe.
that could be within 4 days.
I mean,
Technically, right?
Theoretically,
I mean,
yes.
four-
that could
Oh,
be
you can knock
4
out
days.
2 at a day. We're gonna go on a hike, then we're gonna go have lunch.
yeah, but 4 days in a week,
That's a
that's
long ass
crazy.
time with somebody new.
Yeah, we hung
You're
out
gonna
for
get
2 weeks
kidnapped.
straight.
Who got that
Yeah.
time?
We hung out for 2 weeks
Yeah,
straight.
we did.
Every day, really?
Yeah, literally.
Wow.
Like, we like spent the night with each other. Like, yeah. Like the first time we
She
were
give it
inseparable,
up.
we stayed. Like we were literally glued to each other's hips. We were glued to each other's hips.
Not really, because I mean, you say you didn't give it up, so I mean, like, so how glued were y'all?
Okay, well, okay, not like
How
that,
much
but
glue
we
was
did.
there?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were socially distanced before the COVID, so I mean, what happened? Like,
Distance. We
Well,
started
we spent
COVID,
every
guys.
day together. Okay, we spent every single day, like 2 weeks straight together.
Let me
Probably
ask you.
longer.
Let me ask you, girls, this: what if the guy's holding out too long? What if you guys
know.
want it and the guy's holding out too long?
Kings.
I don't know.
I'd be okay with it.
I haven't
No,
been-
you wouldn't. No, I
How long
know.
is too? How long we talking about?
I'm asking, how long is too long?
At that point, I feel rejected, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna talk. I'm not texting you back.
Yeah,
At
she's
that
calling
point,
you gay at that
once I
point, bro. Like, all this
yeah.
was gay. Like,
I'd be like, dude, he's
No,
not even making a
but,
move
like-
on me. Then you kind of start feeling insecure. Like, does he not find me attractive? Why isn't he trying to make a move on me?
I haven't been in a situation where like I've dated like a lot of guys to like there's no been a guy like, oh, just to pass by, because I've always been in relationships, so it's, I don't know, so that's a hard one for me to answer, because it's like there's no straight answer really. Like when I was with Ricky, I think that was like the quickest that it happened for me, but
Come on,
but
nigga.
it wasn't.
You know who you're talking about? Who are we talking about?
I'm
Who we
super.
talking
That's on your
about?
chest,
Right.
homie. Super quick.
But understand
Hey, super quickie.
that he
I
tried.
took
All
out
the
the playbook.
time. Like,
I took
he
out the
tried.
playbook.
He tried, and he was like, "Well, eventually it's gonna happen." I was like,
So
I
why not let it
guess,
happen
so.
Super sperm.
Then
I
it
fuck with it.
happened.
bro.
Dun, dun, dun.
Disclaimer: I did try every day we hung out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you should.
As you should.
Actually, I should.
Yeah.
And I was straight up at that moment. I
And
was
you
like,
handled
Respectfully.
rejection pretty well.
Yeah,
It's what,
respectfully.
it's what we're
Yeah, like
put on earth.
respectfully,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
better.
I mean, don't
but-
force it. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
Don't force it. You don't want to force it.
I think 4 times for me, bro. Like after the 4th date.
4
like,
dates?
You know what I mean? Like if we
But how
already
many
laying in
times
bed.
have you gone to that 4th date and like?
I mean, if we get to the point where, like, yo, we laying in bed, we watching movies, like we're pretty much already there, super comfortable, but you still don't
you
want to,
still
like,
knock my hand
you know what
away?
I mean? Like after the 4th one, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, and it'd be awkward when you gotta get up from the bed because
And
she's
you got a
dipping
boner?
or you're
yeah,
dipping.
yeah.
So let me just put my shoes back
And you
on.
and you full bricked up. You on brick mode, and it's like, all right, well now I gotta go ahead and like tuck it back real quick. Like I mean, like
Well, I'm slamming this
Too
brick
bad.
home.
Too bad. So
I
how
don't
long?
think it should
taking
ever be
my brick
expected. I think I could go on 50 dates with the guy, and he still shouldn't expect it. If he's on that 50th date with me, then he knows that it's not gonna come at that point. But you know,
You got
That's what
50
it
more to
is.
go.
they already made a movie about that.
It's
That
called
was my
40-year-old
ex.
bear.
My ex, I made him wait
I don't
6
remember.
months.
I don't
Your ex was
remember.
what?
I made him wait 6 months.
Just to see or
6.
Just to see what.
Yeah, when we were, no,
The
when
way
we
that
were
I got shocked
together,
6 months.
we officially boyfriend girlfriend, and I made him wait 6 months. I would make sure that this was my person. If he really liked me, he's gonna wait.
But he
We wait
wasn't.
6 months, but
Was
the ones
he?
after him, no, then I didn't wait that long.
Oh, fuzz.
Yeah, you see, so what?
Hey man, salute
depends.
to 6-month guy.
So
Yeah,
the
I-
nice guy
it
that was willing to
depends.
wait, you made him wait, and the
Nothing.
scumbags, you didn't make him wait.
Do nice guys
No.
finish first, or do nice guys finish last?
First,
First,
I don't know.
always.
you don't
first.
know.
Is it really worth
I
being
mean,
the
it
nice
just
guy?
Yes.
Again, it depends.
Is it worth being the
Payoff.
nice guy?
It's all based on opinion,
yeah,
I guess.
I think so.
I feel like Erica's gonna say no.
what?
All right,
No, I think it'd pay off.
Miggy.
Depends on
How
like,
long is too long?
Depends how bad I want the person. Like if I'm not really tripping off this one.
Let's say you
like,
wanted
it
her.
is what it is.
1
But
out of 10, a 7. You wanted her a 7.
a 7. I'm not tripping.
No.
If I want her at a 7, then I'm not really tripping.
And if
I
you
give
wanted
it
a 10, how long is too long?
Well, 10 would have to be at that point where I'm feeling that same effort and connection.
But here's
by
the thing: we were just having this conversation in the other room. It was like, all right, let's say you wait as long because you really like this person, and then it gets to the point where like you sleep with them, and the sex is completely whack.
Oh, yeah, we're
and
talking
you,
about that.
and you waited this long for somebody that you realize, oh, this is just not gonna work out.
You can always work
I don't
on
like
sex.
to. I don't like to judge
You
off
can
the
what?
first.
You can always
one.
work on sex.
Yeah,
That's something you can always work on.
Yeah, I don't like to. I don't like to judge
I
off the
don't think
first
so.
time.
I think so.
so.
I think so.
I think they need a good
I never
teacher,
judge-
maybe
I don't
they need
wanna-
a better
I don't wanna-
teacher.
I
never
but
judge
you
off
can
the
always-
first
In my
time.
personal
Because you gotta
opinion-
learn each other.
Yes.
I don't want to teach a guy.
Like, look,
I
what?
teach a girl.
But it's like, how
I
are you
wanna
not
be a
going to
teacher.
teach him? Because what you like, unfortunately, what the other guy did that you liked, doesn't mean he knows how to do it.
Yeah. What if you ended up
True.
being just a bigger freak?
I think it's another thing too. You have to
know?
communicate what you like.
All right, guys. June is
If a guy's
kicking
like-
us
He
He said
out.
he's done. He's
June's
tapping
kicking us
out.
out. He said
We're too long, he said. We waited
I
too
know
long.
we're
He
going
waited
down
too
a
long.
deep rabbit
Until
hole.
next
Doesn't
time we
wanna
go for
get
part
into.
2. You know what I mean? Like,
All right,
Well, ladies, thank you for coming
you for
by.
joining
Thank
us.
y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
everybody.
we love
hope-
your opinions.
Yeah, we hope everyone's having a
Glad
great
you guys
week.
have fun.
Yeah, for real.
God
time we
bless.
do a little.
It was due. It was
it was
due.
overdue. It was overdue.
And this is
Yeah.
a perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely
it was
overdue,
totally
man.
unplanned, worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope everyone's having a great week.
Same. Thanks, guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All that good shit.
Trade the guys.
Till next time.
Till next
Slide
time,
through.
slide.
Hey, Kat, can you tell the people where they can get their Slide Through podcast merch?
Absolutely. So y'all gonna go over to the Slide Through Podcast IG, click on that conglomerate by the sea.com link. Go onto the left side, that sandwich bar, click on that. Click on the Slide Through Podcast clothing. Then you're gonna scroll down to that image where you see the Slide Through Podcast crew neck. Click on that, and there you go. You see the sizes small through 2X. Thank y'all for the support.